unlock your BS Toastmaster. Take it.
Gandhiji got us freedom few decades back, but still today we are fighting on a different battle. This battle is not against external oppressors, and this battle is not waged on a battlefield. This battle is not against our spouse or in-laws. This is exactly against our BS. Any guess on BS? Our best self. Greetings everyone. My name is Rekha Arunachalam and I am here today to share my experiences with self-care. To define self-care, self-care is often thought of as being selfish. But it is not so. It is like any other activity or a habit that sustains you, that does not drain you. And the beauty of the self-care is you don't need splurge of any fancy things. All that you need is take some responsibility and focus on our well-being and monitor our energy levels. Monitor our energy levels emotionally, physically and professionally. In the same context, let's indulge in some self-care together, shall we? Firstly, to talk about the emotional self-care. After sticking to a 9 to 6 p.m. of a work schedule, I had worked for some extra hours after the regular schedule and started going to some client places for a few days to a few weeks as well. I had done that all the times, but with a huge guilt inside me, with a big question that had crushed me many times within me. Guess what? The question was, will not my kid miss me if I am late or if I am away from the home? So with this thought in my mind, I sat back and understood a clear fluctuation of an onion character within me. The achiever in me is making me to run towards achieving things, and mother in me feeling is holding me back with strong emotions. And I also asked myself another question, what am I yearning by running this extra mile? There was a clear answer, I am yearning some edge. And this edge was not only professional in nature, at times social, surprisingly philosophical too. And also it is helping me to build my self-image in multiple dimensions more than I thought of. So with this convincing thought in me, I understood that it is all about temporarily removing the mother or a wife hat at times. And it is all about leveraging the ecosystem. And I hope you all will agree with me, the amount of the support system that we all have today, we all are aspiring to be a shade better than our parent in parenting. Isn't it so? Yeah. So with this emotional self-care, I understood that in order to groom ourselves, we may appear a bit selfish, but we need to certainly take charge of our emotions. If we balance well our emotions, we become role model for doing this and that too for our own growth. Secondly, to talk about the physical self-care. Trust me, I learned this in a very hard way. After starting my career as a young professional, but in the life of a professional journey, I lost in between in such a way that I always had a mission to achieve. Guess what? What is the mission? Eager to impress everyone. With that such a drive, little too much of a drive and so much of a drive, I started neglecting my well-being. As a result, I ended up with the lifestyle health issue known as acid reflux. Just as our bodies become overwhelmed, so as our digestive systems too. With that call, I started practicing a mindful eating, proper sleep schedule as much possible and started disappearing to gym every day for an hour very consistently. So in this physical self-care, I understood that our bodies can achieve more than our mind might imagine. At the end of the day, the time that we invest in our self-care is all about the longevity, my friends. And thirdly, to talk about the professional self-care. After spending quite a long time in the technical intricacies, the nature of my work, I sensed that It is something like I am trying to spend as much of time in the professional self-care, but somewhere I started feeling monotonous within me. So I decided to ask for a change in the management of moving me from technical to business side of things. Few of my mentor and well-wishers and colleagues had advised me, it is not advisable to be so direct in our professional desires, and it is also risky to go out of the comfort zone. But trust me, with unabashed self-advocacy, I presented my case. With few iterations, I am here as an advisor in this organization working on business side of things. So on this professional self-care, I understood another lesson that the time that we are spending is all about what we can demand if we deserve. Okay, we can certainly demand that too. We are doing it for our own professional well-being. At the end of the day, if we can't self-advocate ourselves, who else will be doing that? To summarize, let's take charge of our emotions, heartbeat and muscles. Let's take control of our body and mind to see what we can achieve in the next 24 hours to focus on our well-being, so as the self-care. Being joyful is the best gift that we can give ourselves and the people around us. And finally, please remember, as a compassionate human beings we naturally thrive to create a well-being for everyone around us that can mainly happen with the best self, self-care and best love. Thank you.